Hello, everyone. We're back. Episode 210 of InterBrews. This is where I tell you that if you love this show, and if you love the Houston area and greater, maybe the Katy area, craft beer scene, you can help support the audio version of that by going to our Patreon page, patreon.com/InterBrews, or just click that link down there on the website if you see it. And for as little as $1 an episode, you can help support this show and the audio time capsule that it is forevermore. And I just figured this out, Jennifer, that if you're listening to this as a guilty pleasure, you can do it anonymously. So nobody has to know.
That's sweet.
You and or anyone else, not just you.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Anyway, on to the show, everyone. Here we go.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
This is Jennifer here.
And Taylor.
And Eric, and we're at No Label Brewing, and now time for InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
Nothing to fear. That was fantastic. Let's do 3 more tries. No. How's it going, everybody?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Podcast. Good. We're good. It's on a Monday here.
Oh,
Mondays.
case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays. Meh.
Weekend was
Meh.
short.
I know, right? How was the birthday party?
It was glorious.
Yeah.
Lots of good food.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Happy birthday,
Appreciate
Taylor.
it.
Yeah.
I am 52 years old now.
You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I work hard.
Okay.
It's the hair.
It's
old-
always in the hair.
How old, actually?
I'll be turning 35.
35. That's a good age. That was.
Is it?
I think so.
All right. Good.
It's just downhill from here. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I mean, it's great.
Right?
It's great.
Downhill. Yeah.
Talking from 37.
Yeah. I'm at 38.
Talking
I'm
from 37.
I remember way back
Man,
then.
I'm really young. I'll only be 31 at the end of the month.
Really?
Yeah.
All the birthdays. August birthdays. What does that mean? What was August? What does that mean? What,
Leo, I guess.
Leo's?
Well,
But not at the end of the year.
depends.
It's what? Virgo or something?
Like I'm like the September one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
September
I don't-
1?
No, whatever one, because they don't line up exactly on the month.
Oh, Virgo.
So like
Yeah.
so I think like mine's at the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's the 26th. So I think I don't pay attention to it, so I don't really know.
Well, it's in the stars that this is going to be a great show. Eh?
Yeah.
We planned that.
Yeah. Jennifer, when's your birthday?
December 17th, Sagittarius.
Okay.
We're
You
crazy.
get one of those birthdays where it's not really a birthday. It's just kind of lumped into Christmas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
I wanted a summer birthday.
Do you ever
for-
celebrate in the summer? Do a
I
party?
should. I should do like a half. And just
Birthday in
forget.
July.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because nobody. It's
Yeah,
the
you
week
do your
before
half
Christmas,
birthday.
and everybody's like, "I have Christmas parties," or "I'm saving up for presents."
Isn't that a thing though? You do the half year, your half birthday.
I'll
Isn't that
do
a
it. I'll do it this year.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's already passed.
thing? But don't you guys do like
Do your
a
half-half
month-long birthday celebration? Like this is Jennifer's birthday month.
No, I used to do that. After kids, it's gotten
I had
harder
a-
to do.
I had an old coworker that did that, so I brought her cupcakes, and she was only like in her early 30s, but I put 40 on there. She's like, "You put 40 on here?" Yeah, you celebrate all month long. I couldn't keep up. I thought you were 40 by now.
kept adding on days every single time we celebrated. Well, this is a beer show, InterBrews, everybody, and there's beer in front of us. What are we drinking? Am I drinking this one?
yeah,
first?
drink. Yeah, drink probably this one first, right?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
That's the Brumosa.
Oh yeah,
Brumosa, okay.
Brumosa.
Tell me about Brumosa.
Is that me? You looked at Jennifer.
Well,
I don't have a sheet for it, so I don't know.
Well,
No.
it smells super citrusy.
Yeah, so Brumosa is basically just a mimosa, but with beer instead of champagne. So
like
this
it.
is actually our El Jefe, which is our German-inspired wheat Hefeweizen, and we added orange puree and tangerine. Very aromatic and delicious.
Scurvy be damned.
Yes. It's actually, I remember having this beer. We actually, little plug for Snooze, but Snooze is what got me to thinking about this idea. But they mix our beer with orange juice at their restaurant, and I was like, this is just awesome. I can make a beer like this that we
That's a great
we do on
brunch
our own.
beer.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah,
Some
Perfect.
light.
I guess that's the point.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, y'all hit it.
You like it? You
I do.
taste it?
I do. I love it.
Wonderful.
It's super citrusy. But seriously, like, there's no scurvy in this place. I walked in, everybody has all their teeth. It was like,
Are you sure they're real teeth?
well, I don't know. Well, whatever. How long have y'all had this beer around?
We've got good dental.
So this beer just got launched last Friday in the tap room.
Okay. So I don't know what happened before then. I don't know what your scurvy rate was per.
It was pretty good. It's
Okay.
pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Compared to other breweries, or just
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
your own
Yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I mean, we're a good-looking brewery.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm going to put you up there. I'm not going to disclose what I rank you at. 'Cause
Oh, wow.
I don't want to play my cards
Well,
too early.
It's like we have.
It's all right. It's all right. You can tell tell us it is us after we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have like our own personal fitness gym out there. You know, we like to turn the AC up, you know, heat wise, get that sweat going.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, so you
sauna
stay
built
fit.
in.
Stay fit.
Not everybody. I mean, some people have air conditioning. These guys have lost weight. And
Yeah,
we're
seriously.
looking nice and trim.
Yeah. Everybody's good. All right. Well, what's been going on with No Label other than sweating in the sauna in the workout room and deflecting scurvy left and right? It's been a little while since we've been out here.
Yeah.
I say we, I mean I. But
Yeah.
what's the latest?
It's going good. We're still we're open 7 days a week. I don't know if we were the last time we talked, but we are. And tap rooms are going really well. We've added a couple of salespeople, a couple more tap room folks, and it's been going good. I think one of probably the biggest news is that we're selling kegs to go now. So
That is big news.
Yeah.
We mentioned this on Liquid Lunch the other day, and people went bananas.
yeah, we're really excited about it. We'll only be doing a couple of beers at a time. I think right now we're doing Jefe and Ridgeback, and then we'll be bringing in Squeeze and Twist in about another week.
So you'll be rotating one of the other two out?
Yeah, and we're gonna stick with the core beers.
Okay,
so
that's cool. You gotta,
yeah.
So just keep track on social to see what's in kegs. available in
Right,
kegs.
right.
So it's not full size. I mean, you can get a full size keg, right? Like
You can get a half barrel, you can get a slim, and then you can also get a 10 liter, which are so cute. And I got to show you.
Yeah.
Aren't they little and
they're
cute?
adorable. It's the littlest kegs for your home. Well, if you have a home, if you have a Keyser kegerator at home, like I got a chest freezer from a neighbor that they just were going to throw out because the power went out.
It's perfect for home brewers also. If you have a little corny keg, Taylor and I, we both went and got little adapters because, you know, the kegs we sell are Sankey kegs.
Yeah.
Right? And different from corny kegs, but you can buy these little adapters online.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to switch out your corny connections for your homebrew kegs if that's what you use. You can twist them on to your Sankey couplers and boom, you're ready to go.
Yeah. How much was the adapter? Like, it's like 40 maybe?
Yeah, I think it was 40.
roughly around
Yeah.
there.
Available at any local homebrew
Well,
store.
I actually
or
got it online.
I got it
Or
on Amazon, man.
Yeah,
They'll
just Googled it.
They'll drone it to
Maybe
you.
Farm Boy.
I got mine.
Yeah, you can go to
droned
Farm
me.
Boy here in Katy, or the Grain Cellar if you're out in Humble,
Yeah.
or DeFalco's.
Oh man, we used to go to DeValco's all the time. It's
That's
so
where I
fun now.
got my first homebrew kit was DeFalco's.
Yeah.
Yeah, or brew it yourself in spring.
That's
where I got mine.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
It's a great job.
yeah. Where else? I feel
The
like I
little
missed one.
little 10-liter I haven't done it yet, but I've got a little ice cube ice chest, and I had it for a little 2.5 gallon kegs that I had, but now I'm going to convert it over for a little 10 liters so that I can put it in there. Set the little 10-liter keg in that ice cube ice chest, a little CO2 bottle on there.
Yeah, like a picnic tap.
Yeah,
kinda deal
it's
going
it's
on.
it's going to be a hit at the tailgates. I can tell you that.
What size?
Oh yeah.
What size CO2?
Just like a little 5-10 pounder.
Because they make even the smaller ones.
I have a 2.5 pound
Yeah,
that
mine-
fit in my kick
You
right
like fed it in your back pocket. Like,
Yeah.
put it in a backpack.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
little bit bigger. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You
And they
know,
have the
it's-
little
little quick
regulators.
taps.
Yeah,
Quick tap or
they have
whatever
the,
they're called.
The cartridges, they have
Yeah.
those, and then they have the bottles that are like this.
Man, when I started homebrewing like 10 years ago, we didn't have any of this stuff.
There was nothing. I mean, there was
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
now you can get a scaled down commercial like it. You can spend thousands and 1000s. They cost the same because somebody in Germany or somewhere is handcrafted like a Porsche. All this homebrew equipment, Jennifer, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, the conical fermenters and all that stuff, like all the same fittings. Like you can play brewery owner at home, like the take home set,
Yeah.
just like the Death Star back in the day, or whatever.
as long as you're clean and sanitary, that's two main things to home brewing. So
All you need is
or brewing in general.
all you need is a beard and and you can.
That's all you need. It qualifies you to be a brewer right there.
Well, I can see it as like you remember those little Saturday morning commercials with the toys, and they had like all the, I don't know if they still have them, like, but the toy commercial like He-Man and G.I. Joe, and they had all the cool play sets sold separately, or with all the, because they had all these rocks and stuff that would fall down on the guys, and it was like, oh, that's so badass. I wouldn't say it when I was 5, but no, that's so awesome. And but it was like you get the toy, and it's just the toy.
And you gotta get all the fixins for it.
Yeah, but then also, they always had the playscape behind, like the rock, like this.
Yeah,
rock
it made it look really cool, and you could never make it look like that.
No, never.
Yeah.
So disappointment, but oh well. Now I'm an adult. I know. I know.
Do what I
on
want.
the outside, but on the inside, you're still
right
5 years old.
So when I do the brewery take home, set, then I know that there's not like people actually at the tables and stuff when I get home. Like when they show on the commercial. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, okay. This is a delicious beer.
Thank you, man. I agree. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, the guys did good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
with a little 7-barrel Brights fermenters we're testing out for Tealman.
Unit tanks.
For Tealman, we're working with them. Allows us to kick over smaller portion, test out some stuff.
Yeah, those guys were really nice, and they're working with us to develop some tanks that are going to be used in their portfolio to start selling to breweries.
Oh, so y'all are first.
Yeah. So they wanted to guinea pig with us, which is fantastic because it allowed us to get a couple of small tanks in and get them online with our glycol system. And
Where are they out of?
Well, they've got a big European market, so that's where their warehouse is located, or their manufacturing is located, but they also do a lot of business in the U.S. Okay. So I believe they're Euro based. I'm not sure if it's German or not.
So do they sell things in like hectoliters and things like that? Like
yeah, so they do.
You have to hire a math teacher to be able to do all the conversion.
Exactly.
I just Google it anyway.
The only reason why Eric's here is so we can use him for his mathematical skill sets. He's like Rain Man.
Yeah, Taylor talks about the formulas and he says it's logarithmic and stuff. I'm like, ooh, logarithms.
Ooh, you're speaking my language.
Talk dirty to me.
No, the tanks they're all with Euro fittings, so everything had to be slightly converted over and changed for us to use. But
do you have to brew on the other side of the of the brew house now?
Yeah, it's all backwards, so it's on the left hand side. It's weird, which is why we've had to switch everything over. The benefit out of having these tanks for us is that we get to run through a lot of experimental batches that we couldn't really justify economically before. Since they're smaller size, we can even split off from some other beers and start doing some fun stuff. So the Brewmosa is the first run through that we've had, and basically we just siphoned off some of our All Jefe and then made some adjustments for adding in the puree. And in the future, we've got a handful of other things lined up. So
the puree was added post fermentation.
So the puree was added post ferm, but it was fermented out. So it's kind of bad practice to add straight sugar and fruit to your bright tank, because then of course you end up with unfermented sugars, which cause problems. So this one was fully fermented out, so it bumped up the ABV on it by about 1.5.
Okay.
But the couple other beers we've got lined up for it are going to include some specialty versions of some beers that we currently brew.
Yeah.
One of the ones that I've got on deck is a coffee New England IPA, which I know sounds a little strange, but
awesome.
I'm thinking about adding some coffee to our mango milkshake. Instead of doing it as mango, it'll be the milkshake, but with coffee, and hoping that'll turn out really good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I'll try that for sure.
And I've got some other fun stuff lined up, but I'm going to keep those a little close to me for now.
Yeah, this back to the Brewhouse. It's dry. I mean, it's all citrus, but it's not sweet. It's like, I love it.
Yeah, so it's difficult because you get a mimosa and you have, 50-50 is what I do for my mimosas, but I think some people go a little past that and do like 80% champagne and 20%. That's like the bottomless mimosa.
It depends on which number in the morning it is.
Yeah, right. If it's number 4, it's basically all champagne. But so it was a little challenging for me to kind of figure out how to make it analogous to that and similar, but without tasting like orange juice, tasting like beer. So I'm pleased where we landed on it.
Did you change like the CO2?
I did. Yeah, that's a really great question. That's a little bit more technical knowledge, but I'm sure that's exactly what people want to hear. So the volumes of CO2 on this one's much higher to give it more of that
Champagne-y thing.
effervescence, champagne like carbonation to it.
I think that's what I like the most about it too, because I always like a higher.
Yeah, you want it. You want that because the carbonation adds a lot of characteristic for the aroma. But the big part is that it's carbonic acid, so it's making it more acidic. So it adds that slight tart character to it, which helps. I think if I do this beer again as a larger batch brew, I want to add a little bit of lactic acid to it, kind of acidify it just a little bit. It won't be much, but it'll be a little to kind of help elevate the citrus.
Okay. I dig it. I like it a lot, actually.
Thank you.
The more I drink it, the more I'm enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it at first. It was like, that's super citrusy.
But
And
you
now-
keep going, and it's just refreshing.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's not as hot on this Monday as it was, like yesterday or whenever.
Yeah.
Like last Thursday.
It's summer. They're all hot.
I was gonna say,
It's still hot, but it's not.
it's weird for us
But
in
it's
Houston to say like what is and isn't hot. I don't think we're allowed to say because it's basically just hot all the time. So when we're like, oh, it's nice and mild out, and it's like 93 degrees out, it's kind of weird.
We got that 1 week, or that was it
4
3 or 4
days.
days? It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
glorious.
Like it.
July.
I felt weird walking outside. I was like, somebody's gonna like smack me
Yeah.
with a
Water balloon.
something. Yeah, it's like somebody's messing with us. They're trying to get us all outside for
Yeah.
something.
I don't know if we want to talk about it yet, but was it last week? Felt like fall in here. And
Oh,
it was just the weirdest timing because it felt like fall, felt like late September,
Yeah.
and we had Oktoberfest running through our canning line.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what
Perfect.
channeled it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking.
So-
Is that what's in this glass here?
We got more.
No, this is actually Hop
Oktoberfest
Solo.
coming.
Okay, I'll wait to take a sip.
Yeah.
Let's just talk
Yeah.
Oktoberfest before
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Is
if
that
we were
where
done
we're
with the
going?
brew
No.
most.
Yeah.
I felt like a good segue.
I,
Yeah.
So,
I,
yeah.
Well
I
done.
chugged
Look
it
at
when
you.
you started pointing at another beer. I was like, all right, let's go.
Well, yeah, they were packaging that day, and I walked by for a little QA QC. Usually, I got work to do. I don't need to drink the whole thing for quality control over here. But between the weather
he
and the
still did.
taste, the whole thing ended up gone.
Yeah.
So it was phenomenal. It's just whenever we brewed it, I just kept telling Taylor, man, I just want to wait for supposed to be late September, but for us, it's more like October
Right.
when we get the better weather for Oktoberfest.
Right.
So I just need to sit at home, some bratwurst, some sauerkraut, and enjoy
Or-
this.
Or you can come out to our Oktoberfest this year.
When is that?
So we're holding it on September 13th.
Okay.
Write that down.
So much fun too. It's such a
We're
blast.
going to kind of change it up because we've limited tickets in the past, and so the idea this year is going to be we are not actually going to charge tickets, and we are going to have a sauerkraut, the food truck that's awesome. He's going to come out and be selling very traditional style
Their
food.
brats are so good.
And
Yeah.
then we're going to have an authentic German band come out that we've had in the past that is awesome. They do yodeling, and it's
Really?
it's such a fun thing. They do the chicken dance, and they get everybody involved. Everybody's
Cool.
having a great time. And so so everybody will be free admission. We'll be charging for beer. We'll have special beers on tap. Obviously, our Oktoberfest will be on, and we're going to have a special glass that we'll be posting here shortly. So
It's right there. Like this is the most anticipatory part of the year because football's coming up. Every like 2 days of starting, preseason practices. School's about to start again. Oktoberfest are about to right. Seriously, the Oktoberfest are about to. I think I saw one on shelves.
Probably St. Arnold. Probably.
they probably got their Christmas coming out here next week. Just kidding. Love you, bro.
Actually, they already had their spring beers out. It was weird. We missed them all
Well,
completely.
it's like everybody looks for St. Arnold, and it's like once they've done it, it's like, oh yeah, I got to get on that. We got to get this out right now because
Yeah.
St. Arnold's like,
okay. So
Starts the
Oktoberfest is actually at the end of September, right? So
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
into October. Everybody thinks.
Yeah.
So for all you, not in the know, beer podcast listeners, no, it's the party at the end of September to celebrate the coming in of October. It was like a wedding party. The German Prince Ludwig von something to the princess something and something.
More than I know.
yeah.
I looked it up one time. It's
Yeah.
been a long
One
time.
But
time.
yeah, but a lot of people don't know that it's actually held in September.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
right at the end of September.
It's very confusing for us Texans because the weather for Oktoberfest, Germany, doesn't get here till October for us.
Yeah.
If that.
It's very if we're lucky.
November.
But by the way, we do have on order for our Oktoberfest weather, but we're not sure if it's going to get here. it's in the mail. So
It's one of those things like on Amazon when you ordered it, it's like could be here between, and they give you a big date
Like
range.
a large.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have ordered that.
I think they do that on purpose. They'll give you like a 4-month. Like I bought some shoes, like some tennis shoes. Like, oh, finally, just some normal looking tennis shoes, size 13. They finally had a size and design that I wanted. Boring dad shoes, right? Which they don't sell many boring dad shoes anymore. They're all like light up shoes. I don't know. But anyway,
That's funny.
so they gave me this date range of like a month and a half. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll just wait on these shoes, right? My feet aren't going anywhere. But they were like 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, yeah, it's coming. And so I felt like a winner. But I think they did that on purpose.
I
Like,
wanted you to feel.
set you up for,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to take forever, and then boom. So
And then excitement.
maybe that weather will be here right on time.
Yeah, we're hoping.
I
I
won't
was
hold your breath.
gonna make a joke about delivery companies, and they're guaranteed next day 10:30, but I don't want to name names. I don't need to be on their worst bad side
Don't
or
do that.
more bad side. But
There's not okay. So Oktoberfest end of September. Here's what's egregious though. Not yesterday. Last week, August 1st, went to the grocery store, and I'm walking up, and there's a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, and
Yep.
pumpkins,
Yep.
and like
That's-
So,
that's
and I
awful.
never understood that until our distributor wants that beer by August,
Sure.
if not before.
Okay.
Usually the pumpkin beers, July-ish, and then
Oh.
Oktoberfest, they want it in August. So you have to like think way ahead and plan really ahead more than, because people are stocking up to get
Sure.
ready, I guess. But
sure.
that's why everything comes out so
I
early.
guess
we'll just have
It's
to
not
tell them
necessarily us.
we'll just have to tell them we didn't, happen to may or may not have brewed something with pumpkins on August 1st. Then
yeah.
Was
No,
it last Thursday? Yeah, we definitely did not brew something with pumpkins.
Yeah, I get it. I get that. They want more out. I don't know though. Like I think people, whenever it's out, people are rushed to get it.
You saying pumpkins in general? With
Yes,
pumpkin beers?
I don't think
It's-
because when I saw that, I was like, I go totally gay for pumpkins. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, woo, pumpkins, everything, let's do it. But then when I see it on August 1st and it's 184 degrees, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's weird because we've done our Nightmare on First Street, for a while, and one year it'll be like really crazy and like lots of great sales, and then the next year it's just meh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It just depends on what everybody's feeling that year, I guess.
it's true.
Are people done hating on pumpkin beers, or are people still?
No,
hating
you're
on
still gonna see the picture with the what do you do with the pumpkin beer,
Step
and
one.
somebody pouring it out.
Yeah, step one through it.
You put on your UGG boots and you drink it. And enjoy it.
Put on your Ugg boots?
Seriously, that the problem with pumpkin beers is that everybody does one, and not everybody does it to the same level.
Right.
Nightmare on First Street is upper echelon. It's like, whew, it's so good.
It's easily one of the best in the entire U.S.
Yes,
I will happily say that.
yes, it is. It really is. And there's a lot that shouldn't even be. They shouldn't
yeah.
bother
Right.
with them. They should do something.
Can we say that about all beers, though?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think pumpkin beers stand out more because the really bad ones are really bad.
Yeah, just overspiced.
Really
Tastes like
bad.
you're licking potpourri or something.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's
really
bad. Yeah, it is. It's like to do a good one is like it sings, but to do a bad one, it's like somebody screaming in your ear.
Yeah.
And both vocal, like technically in the same category. Hey, it's glad you're trying. But
Well, I mean, it's just like our Texas strawberry. I mean, we use real strawberries. We're not using a flavoring, and you can tell that when you're drinking stuff, and there's that flavor that off, like that weird.
It's medicinal.
Yeah, it
almost,
just tastes like
artificial.
medicine. I just
yeah.
automatically you can tell when you take that first sip.
yeah. Probably the reason that the strawberries aren't in the same like on that pumpkin like controversy level. You can't carve out a jack-o'-lantern into a strawberry. I mean, I guess you could. It'd just be different. You'd have to have little tools.
Man,
Yeah.
if you could do that.
Maybe if you
It's
froze
impressive.
it first. Yeah,
Maybe,
you
yeah.
freeze it and then use like little
I'll
tools.
probably now gonna see a little suggested video on Facebook now
Yeah.
of somebody carving out a strawberry. So thank you. Don't listen, phone.
But I gotta say that our Texas strawberry, we sold a lot of that, and if it didn't cost so much to make because we use real strawberries,
Yeah.
we'd sell it in the market, but we would lose money if we sold it in the market,
Yeah.
because of we're using quality.
Yeah, there's no way
materials.
we're going to compromise on the quality of that beer because it's just not the same. Strawberries are interesting because they're the flavor in them is not just the flavor and aroma of the fruit. It includes the actual meat of the fruit. And there's a lot of fruit that are like that, and things that are more fibrous. And you need to have the whole fruit as opposed to an extract. And so that beer requires us to do it and not compromise on quality.
When do y'all add this? Because strawberries are so like delicate. That flavor, it's so like it's so strawberry, but it's a delicate like little.
It is
like a fairy kissing your tongue.
You're not wrong. I mean that analogy is exactly how I described it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fairy kissing your
really
tongue?
strange. I think I used the word pixie, not fairy. But
Okay,
it's close enough.
You know, it was insensitive of me. I meant,
Yeah.
I was meaning more
You meant
pixie.
pixie, yeah.
I shouldn't lump them all together. I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
Okay.
No, you're actually spot on. It's very delicate and requires us to pay close attention to how we do it, where it's added, and what we do with the fruit. So it does get added during fermentation. Usually I'll get through about 70% to fermentation and then add the strawberry. You want the yeast to ferment out the sugar, but you don't want it to fully ferment out all the flavor of it. So that's why we need to have actual real strawberry, so you get the remaining meat of the fruit in there that adds the rest of the flavor to it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It is good.
Yeah. And it just, for the like our summers, you need something like strawberry or something just to remind you that you're
It's
not.
like strawberry shortcake in a glass. It's delicious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good. I'm a fan.
Good.
I'm a fan.
A lot of people are. I think we get bum rushed at the bar when we release that beer.
Yeah, probably more than any other
I
beer.
really wish I could brew more at a time.
It's just,
It's just expensive.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the word bum. I've had this phobia of like of hobos lately. There's a lot. I mean, when you go down into Houston, y'all have like Katy?
It's worse than it
I bet
used
the
to be.
Katy hobos are like the classic, like friendly.
I don't think the Katy hobos are real hobos.
Yeah,
they're panhandlers that are just trying to get some cash.
Well, and they still extol, like, is that the word? Extol? Advice? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Maybe.
Like, like the one you saw, like the guy that was the one hobo that lived in town, and he had something going on. He'd listen, this reminds me of a story, and he'd tell you this tale, and you'd like be wiser because he's
You listen to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's seen a lot. He rides the rails. He has a dog, a little puppy that, whatever. I don't know.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's
Anyway,
funny.
but the hobo, like, super aggressive in-town hobos. They scare me.
It's not that doesn't exist in Katy,
Okay.
and not to my knowledge anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm staying on the nice side of Katy.
Yeah. Is there a rough part of Katy?
There's rough parts of Katy. Yeah.
I mean,
we're
right on the train track, so it's like you work on one side, drive in the other. I don't know. It just kind of depends.
I mean, you could be on the wrong side at some point. I don't know what the wrong.
I mean, they're right there. I look across, and I don't know.
There's not
Looks
a
fine.
There's not a sign that tells you which. Maybe this is the wrong side of the track.
No way.
Maybe people are like, oh, those people over at No Label.
But
They're
is this
crazy.
kind of like Today's National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day? If you
Is
don't
it?
know who that is, maybe you should stay home.
Oh man, maybe I should. I don't know. If I did that, my hands would hurt.
Do you like work with yourself
Yeah.
and that's it?
Oh yes. I work at home, just by myself. I'm self-employed all day long. No, I love most of the people I work with. Most of them. It's not like working here, where you love everybody.
We do.
I like how he looks around at us.
We're saying which one we look at. Or we look at Eric.
Just comedic relief over here, man.
One big happy family here at No Label.
No, we love each other here.
Yeah, we
How many
do.
people work here?
I think we're at 15. Is it 15?
Yeah. Sounds about
We've got
right.
several taproom employees because of the amount of hours we're open now. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Which is great. It's really helped out a lot for us to be able to serve more people.
Yeah.
and we're going to eventually get air conditioned too.
When does that happen?
Probably after summer when it's nice and cool.
Yeah, right in January.
You'll appreciate it more though.
yeah.
It's like buying a pool.
Yes.
You gotta wait for off season. We gotta let the price come down, man.
those
Yeah,
discounts,
right?
right?
Right? They're sky high right now.
Seriously. Yeah. That's yeah.
It'll be this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Do you know what tonnage you're going to get? People are really clamoring to know.
No, but I'm sure I can find out.
I mean, that's fine. That's a different podcast. I do that one in my, HVAC Bruce or whatever. I don't know.
How many BTUs is that thing pushing?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Tonnage, cool.
Tonnage.
Like,
BTUs,
Yeah.
solid. That's been the show. See y'all later. Displacement, like humidity reduction. We get into that a little bit.
Wow.
It's pretty. We put
Sounds
it on.
pretty intense.
Yeah, we have to put an explicit label on there. Like it's pretty rough.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm just kidding. So, which areas will it be the whole tap room?
Yeah.
Brewhouse, will the brew house be? A-seed?
I don't know. Taylor, do you know if the I think it's.
I mean, if
There's
we had,
gonna- there's
a, we
gonna
had
be-
a vote, I could tell you what we would vote,
Yeah.
but then there's reality. And,
But there's going to be a wall that's going to not like a
We're
like a
gonna build a wall?
plexiglass wall, so that you can still see the brew house, but also it kind of helps with the sound. So when they're working back there and people are in the tap room,
Okay.
kind of helps with that.
It's
So
like a pony wall with a plexiglass window. And
yeah,
Everybody on.
It'll
way
look legit.
next summer, everybody's going to be in the air conditioning, and they're going to watch us
Just
sweating.
yeah,
Sweat your
they're
ass
just gonna
off.
feel bad.
We're just gonna at the end of the day is gonna be a bunch of handprints and nose prints on the window where people watch us.
Yeah.
I already feel like a monkey in a zoo sometimes. It's gonna be even more so with like an actual window. Now that people are gonna sit there and watch us,
As long as you don't start flinging stuff at each other.
we already do that. So
Hey, I've heard stories of people who, fling poo and stuff. Used to teach, and one day you hear down the hall just all this ruckus. Like, what's going on, man? Ask around later. Oh yeah, there's a new kid in the special ed department, and he's having a tough transition from his new school. Oh yeah, what happened? He's causing all sorts of trouble, and then he pooped in his hand and threw it on the ceiling.
That's
Wow, that's
just a normal day in public education.
yeah, it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, he was adjusting well.
Yeah. You get through that
Coping
first.
mechanism.
But,
I do that every time I enter a new place.
Seriously, yeah.
Mostly to assert my
Yeah,
dominance.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it's like vaulted ceilings. Then you may throw shit. You just got to
Right.
pick your spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teachers are saints. We should everybody go thank a teacher today,
Yeah.
Speaking
especially
of
with
which,
school's about to start.
don't we offer a special for teachers?
Yeah, we
Speaking
do
of which.
actually on Monday and Tuesdays.
That's a great segue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Eric.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah, we
natural.
do
It's
$1
natural.
off for teachers on Monday and Tuesdays.
Okay. They're gonna
They're gonna
be coming
need
in
it here
droves.
soon.
You're gonna need it. Oh yeah.
They got like 2 weeks or 3 weeks until I don't know when Katy
Well,
starts.
some of the teachers are. I mean, they're in their classrooms getting stuff set up now.
Oh, my
Yeah.
wife already is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
I mean,
she teaches. She doesn't just go into like
No, she just goes to random schools and flings her poop everywhere.
and then hangs.
that's mine.
Then hangs. Does the
She doesn't actually
awards.
work there. She just claims it as her. No, she's a librarian. She's an elementary school librarian. So.
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did 6 years. They say teaching will drive you to drinking. It drove me straight to the source. So here I am.
And we'll do that math. Are you enjoying this more than the teaching?
I enjoy both. Teaching's great rewarding. Some rewards come slow, some rewards come fast. And then I've been out of teaching for over 2 years now, and still, keeping up with kids, good and bad, what goes on. So it's a roller coaster, man. But I just wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
Just because I'd been done school my whole life. What else is there besides school?
So you taught high school, right?
High school math.
So have any of your maybe you've got some kids that are old enough now to come by.
Yeah, I
and enjoy
taught
the brew.
for 6 years and then +2 working here. So it's been 8 years. So yeah, I never friended any of them or followed them or whatever the social media was. They had to add me just because one, I don't legally, and I found it creepy if I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep us on it. They're doing good and whatnot. So
Any of them come by here?
Fortunately, I don't know that. Yeah, no, yeah, we get in nice and early while it's kind of cool. We get what we need done and kind of skedaddle out of here. So, yeah, if any of them, stop by, let me know.
Yeah,
We'll have a
Eric-
beer now.
Yeah, the operations usually is like opposite hours of the tap room. So usually they're in super, super early and then leave by 3-ish or so, 4.
Okay.
And then the tap room comes in and then they're here till late.
How many days a week do y'all brew?
It depends on production needs, but upwards of 4 days out of the week. It's a lot of additional work and not just actually like on the brew house. There's a lot of cellaring and a lot of transferring and other cleaning duties
Lots
and
of cleaning.
responsibilities. Lots of cleaning.
Like I said, clean and sanitary. That's what it takes to be a brewer. Mostly
It's like
cleaning.
It's so funny when people are like, I want to help out the brewers. I want to help out the brewers. And we've had a couple people out and they don't come back. Because I think what they think, a brewer does is not what they actually do. And so they think that, I think they just think they sit there and stir and drink a beer and like throw stuff in, and they're sitting there scrubbing everything and like picking up huge bags and stuff. And I think they decide not to come back.
Yeah, one day is usually enough for most people, and they're like, yeah,
Nice and
that
sore.
wasn't nearly as fun as I thought it was.
Really? I don't know. I felt like people that would jump into brewing would have known. I mean, they would have like.
Yeah, so like home brewing's so different than brewing, and I think a lot of people, and myself included, was in that boat when I first got started. I mean, I knew it wasn't glamorous, but you home brew and you hang around and stir a pot, and then you drink a beer, and then you stir some more, and then you drink some more.
Check on your ribs on this.
Exactly, and there's not nearly as much. I mean, our batches of beer that we brew use. When we brewed Nightmare, it was 1,400 pounds.
1,400 pounds.
And those all have to be manually lifted and tossed into a grain mill.
Or directly into the kettle. Just
I mean, look at the guns on these guys.
I was going to say.
like,
right.
he's got that's why he doesn't wear sleeves anymore.
They don't
I can't, because I can't.
Yeah, they just
burst out of them.
Yeah, you had sleeves at the start of the day.
I did. They
Boom.
just
Gone.
blasted right off. I just hulked out of them.
No sleeves can hold you down.
No.
But, packaging sides the same way.
just-
We
it's
got
work.
kegs that need to be moved. You can put empty kegs on a pallet, you fill them, but then you need to move a keg here or there, this pallet to that pallet, this storage, Those kegs are 150 pounds. And then we could double stack up if you're strong enough. You get your power cleans in.
Yeah.
Keep your back straight. Good lifting techniques.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's
lot of labor.
manual labor. You're here. We don't.
It's hot, sweaty, it's dirty, and it's not glamorous, and we don't drink. You can't. I mean, like, I know some people who can probably put away a couple beers and then go work out for 8 hours straight. But I think it's like not what people expect it to be.
We packaged that Oktoberfest and had ended up drinking the whole can instead of just a couple of sips, and I sure enjoyed it when I was drinking it afterwards. It's like, thank goodness it's cooler, because it's not the best idea.
Start getting the beer sweats going.
Yeah. I wonder how many calories y'all burn like on a
Oh
typical
man,
brew day.
yeah. If I don't eat like 3,000 calories a day and I just lose weight, it just falls off of me.
Yeah.
I mean, my metabolism is just always cranked, but
Well, it's hot too.
still, you're just hot, and physical labor is just through the
Hey,
roof.
yesterday
It's
we
tough.
were wrapping up. What was it? Yesterday? No. Oh,
Last week.
last week. Gosh. Oh, that's.
How much did you drink this weekend?
Yeah, a little foggy.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, there was
he was
way,
celebrating Taylor's birthday.
there was
also.
Well, no, there was way too many Russian Imperial Stouts. Okay, let's just put it that way. But we're wrapping up brewing, and so it's cleaning day. You got to move around hoses. You got to scrub down the brew house. We were doing other tank cleaning, wiping sweat on my shoulder, my sleeve, and after a while, it's like, I really don't think I'm doing much. I think my sleeve is 100% saturated. I think I'm good.
Yeah, it's,
not to gross
feel like
anybody out.
feel like a popsicle in there. You just melts.
It's good sauna.
I feel like they curse at me in their head when they come in the office, because it's like nice and cool in here. I keep it like at 72, 73, and I'm
No,
sitting
she doesn't.
here.
She gets it at like 60 degrees in here.
I saw. Okay, so two interesting things as far as like personal refrigeration or whatever. There's a new thing in Japan where it's like a personal air conditioner that you put in.
I've heard about those,
Yeah, you put it
yeah.
in a pocket like behind your shirt, and they're going to come out with other, like they're working with I think is it not Sony, Samsung. They're working with a clothing company. They're going to put different, like it's like this big, like the size of like an iPhone. And you can stick it in like made for pockets and different.
I want
and
that.
It circulates
Yeah.
cold air.
That's
no,
cool.
what we need
on your person.
What we need
That's
to do is go like trailer home air conditioning where it comes up from the floor. Like, sorry, but guys, man, that's the perfect AC. You just stand over that with shorts, and you're just,
Yeah.
whew, you're 10 degrees cooler in an instant, man. That is just refreshing.
Ew.
Especially with your Marilyn Monroe skirt on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. Sorry.
And then they're also developing clothing that's going to smell better as you sweat.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's made of.
How are they gonna?
Good, because I am ripe every day.
Yeah.
I feel like I walk into the office and I'm like, please don't anybody stand close to me, because I smell like stale beer and yeast and
Like a flavor, like you could pick like strawberry, or I smell like lemon, or
Maybe. I don't know.
We'd
Probably.
be overripe in an hour.
I want my money back.
This fruit is rotten. No, I don't. I didn't read the whole article, but I would imagine it's like are you saying, like
Like,
That
interesting.
doesn't surprise me that you didn't read the whole thing.
No. I didn't say.
Huh. Thanks for coming well informed on this topic.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Look at you.
I read the headline. Nobody ever stretches the truth in the headline.
There was no picture, so I clicked out.
So there's a picture of a guy with real sweaty pits, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, but I meant to go back to it, but I didn't. But I'm sure it's going to be really fascinating.
That's
Anyway, fodder for this podcast. It's fine. Well, I'm halfway done with the second beer. This is did you say this hop solo, right?
Is that hop solo?
Yes, that's a hop solo.
Nice.
That's a lemon.
Yes, lemon drop.
Lemon drop.
I like it.
That one's good stuff.
Tell me about hop solo.
I mean, you know about hop solo, right? You know, we do.
New listeners may not know about hop solo.
Oh, come on, they don't know about hop solo. Hop solo is our single hop series that we do. It's an American pale ale. We use the same standard malt for that beer every time, but what changes is the hop that we do, which is a lot of fun. I get to showcase a specific hop, and when harvest season comes around, I get to showcase a fresh, wet hop.
What is the hop in this particular?
This one's a lemon drop.
Lemon drop, like you just said.
Lemon drop. Lemon drop is really interesting. It's a versatile hop. It's got great potential to pair with other hops, which is a lot of fun for us to do this hop solo with it. I get to really dial in exactly how it works. But it's very citrusy and fruity. It's got a nice light grassy note to it. Not a ton of spice and herbal notes. It's really soft and subtle. As a standalone hop, it's really, really good. But I look forward to using it in future beers paired up with some other hops to kind of accentuate some of that citrus.
Yeah. So it's the only hop you use.
That's it.
What hop additions? When are you dry hop?
So we do a bitter edition, we do a 30-minute edition, we do a 10-minute edition, and then we do a whirlpool edition.
Okay.
Which is a special process that we use for all of our whirlpool hopped beers. We reduce the temperature down to remove out the bitterness, but keep the oils that cause the aroma. And then it gets dry hopped as well. We'll do a post-firm dry hop on our hop solo beers.
Okay.
And for the new people that might be new to our hop solo series, it's not supposed to be the latest, greatest. IPA is amazing. It's like Taylor said, it's the focus on one single hop.
Yep.
And for us, it really works great because that's how we discover new hops. And then we pair them with other hops to create a more rounded profile, like for our New England IPAs. I mean, that's how we discovered some of them, was they started in a hop solo. And hops alone don't always stand out that great, and that's not the purpose of the hop solo. It's, again, to focus on that one, so that way we know what we can pair it with.
It's an educational beer.
It really is. I mean, for me as a brewer, it's a lot of fun to do. I compare it to sort of doing a lot of the classic styles. Those are really fun for me to do. It's not the beers that are really out there and crazy experimental that are as fun. Those are a little bit more, a little tough to do. I think the classic beers are the ones that get me excited, and the hop solo and stuff that I get to really dial in on the science and kind of figure out what's really going on and how to reproduce that style properly.
We were doing something similar. We were doing at the grain cellar for Liquid Lunch. We were different. I guess we're still doing it technically, but it seems like the last couple we drank too many of the last ones and these didn't end up as quite on point. But we tried Motueka.
Oh yeah,
that was good. And then we tried Southern Cross, and that one was not very good. I think we messed something up on that one. And we tried Simcoe, which is like the cat pee one.
That's thank you, because I get cat pee. It's just straight cat urine to me.
And so I mean, if you're into cat pee, it was fantastic.
Delicious.
I mean, I know a lot of people are. I mean, all the beers that are just 100% Mosaic or Simcoe. There's a market out there for people who just love cat pee. I like Mosaic. I do too. It's a very well-rounded hop. It's got a lot going on, but it's just hard to get past the cat pee.
Well, people say it's got a shelf.
Catty.
Well, then a shelf life, like
early,
like fresh Mosaic.
I mean, that can be said out of all beers and all hops. One good example is our Brewed IPA that we have on tap. Was a collaboration we did with the fine folks at Local Group Brewing and our previous head brewer.
Shout out to Huggy Bear.
Shout out to Huggy Bear. Yeah, our previous head brewer. And it was a lot of fun to brew that beer. But one of the big things that I took away from that is how developed the aroma and flavor becomes after a couple of weeks and into 4 weeks later. the bitterness starts to fade away, and you get more of the aromatics that come out. Some of those oils are showcased a little bit stronger after some aging, a little bit of time. Some beers are better at like our 2-week window. Squeeze and Twist, for example, to me, hits its peak about 2 weeks in. Same thing with our New England IPAs.
Yeah.
Simcoe is certainly not a rare breed in that. It definitely follows the same.
That's why we don't sell our New England IPAs out in the market, because just to try to, that would be a nightmare trying to keep fresh,
Yeah.
making sure it's not sitting there.
It's easier for us to climate control here and keep it cold and make sure it's strong.
That's
fresh.
a huge concern for breweries is mass production of their New Englands, putting them in cans, sending them out to stores. Well, put them in the hands of distributors and then letting them put them on stores. We were just at the Education and Safety Summit, and the majority of people are, one of the questions, how do you do production? And the guys on the pen are like, ooh, yeah, we don't do that. Some of them do, but it's tough. It's a risk.
Yeah,
it's a risk putting them out there.
Yeah, and it's no discredit to the brewery or the brewers. It's that style requires a lot of work and effort and science involved, and to hit that style correctly. And one of the issues with that beer is that it just doesn't have a shelf life.
I think ours is 45 days.
Yeah, and that's really
and it's probably better 30.
Yeah, it's really pushing it. I mean, past a month is when it starts to hit its decline. So
yeah.
And mostly because that beer is really all about the aroma. Yeah. I mean, it's about more than that. It's mouthfeel and everything, which is...
I like when you call it that.
I know, yeah.
Well, we've got...
texture.
We've got some Squeeze and Twist in the fermenter right now. That aroma, it still has one more dry hop to go, but just that first dry hop alone...
Package days and dry hop days and everything are the best when we do those beers. The whole brewery smells fantastic.
It's wonderful but cruel at the same time. I was doing packaging, be packaging El Jefe, and then they'd go and they'd dump yeast and hops from like Squeeze and Twist. So it's like
the whole
hops,
brewery
Citra,
smells amazing.
But then El Jefe, there's nothing wrong with El Jefe. Talk about Oktoberfest.
It's different. It's ripe banana instead of all those
totally opposite of
tropical fruit.
Yeah, tropical fruit, Squeeze and Twist. It's always time, but he's like El Jefe. Sorry, El Jefe, I love you, man. You're my boy, but
number one seller.
Yeah, you are. But just love that aroma.
Yeah, no, that's what aroma hits a place in your brain. It goes past your That's why it'll trigger memories faster than visual and stuff.
Oh yeah, we were doing some judging on Friday, and that was the thing. Smell is like, oh man, I can't get past this smell. And Taylor told me there was no spoon. You had to just block it out, visualize what you're trying to drink, and it worked. But yeah, just can't let you got to be careful with that aroma. It's directly connected to your taste buds if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or naturally wired. That's how it works.
Well, tell us more about Squeeze and Twist, because I'm looking at
what do you want to know?
All about it. Tell me all about it.
Man,
what's the rating on this show? How in depth can we go?
The rating, as far as
we won't go there. We're gonna skip right past that. No.
How much do you love it?
Squeeze and Twist is easily one of my favorite beers that we have, because I'm a little biased because I spent a lot of time working on it, and I spent a lot of time trying to get it exactly how I want it. But it's a low ABV IPA, comes in at 4.4%, so it's more of a session style. I don't love calling things session, but it is definitely a session style.
Yeah.
Bitterness on it's low. You don't get a really heavy lingering bitterness at the finish, but it is very aromatic. So you get that very strong upfront aroma of fruit and background of pine, a little bit of herbal spicy note to it. It's got kind of it's interesting. I took inspiration from our New England IPAs, I should say. Sit Inside Haze, Phase 2. I took inspiration from those beers and applied it to this. has a little bit more of a West Coast style backing on it with the malt and the hops, but is also some techniques and processes like that. It's very nice.
Oh, did that pick up on the mic?
Make sure they hear you pouring it into the glass.
Can y'all smell that?
And your
right
sip.
there next to the mic.
We're not quite there with internet yet. Everybody's talking about, the internet has changed everything.
Samsung in Japan needs to work. Yeah, they need to work on smell.
Yes, Smellcast.
No, it's okay. The interesting part about this beer is it really just kind of takes hybridized style, if you can call it that. A little bit of West Coast with some East Coast inspiration in it is the best way I can describe it when sort of in a light ABV packaging. I think it's a sleeper. I don't think a lot of people have given it the credit that it really deserves. So I'd like to see nudge, nudge, wink, wink, better ratings on Untapped.
I think it's delicious. It's the beer I have in our fridge all the time. It's like the one beer
It's
of
such
ours
a
that I
easy
always have to
go-to.
have in the refrigerator.
It's like the perfect poolside IPA, you know?
Yeah.
It's great for barbecue. It's not an overwhelming bitterness.
I think we were before. I think we were ahead of the times, Taylor, because I think
that what
people
it
are
is?
just I think people are just now realizing we don't need 9%.
No, I mean, I love West Coast IPAs. They have a time and place, and I love the East Coast, the New Englands.
We're in the middle of the East and West Coast. I wanted to call it like a Gulf Coast style almost.
Third
It's hot.
There you go.
It's a hot, humid day. People are like, oh, all those hops. Like, no, this light, easy drinking. It's got good body to it. Just the aroma, you get them nice and fresh.
It's good
it
after
hits the
mowing the
spot
yard.
for Texas.
Yeah,
I
that's good.
did a lot of work on it to try to get that mouthfeel and texture to it and the body on it correct. A lot of work on getting the aroma. There's not a lot of heavy caramel notes to it, but I used aromatic malt to kind of give you some of that sweet caramel note without adding all that cloying sweetness to the flavor.
I like that a lot. That's one of those beers that's a craveable beer. Like
It is.
that you get to a point where you're like, all right, enough of all that.
Let me just go back.
Yep.
I want that.
Yeah.
Usually whenever we package this, I need to take home a 6-pack for quality
Quality
control.
Need to make sure it holds up over time. That's how we research.
And at 4, that might be a post-mowing beer.
Right?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
definitely.
I've done
Yes,
it.
definitely.
I mow the lawn often on the weekends, and I go right to the refrigerator.
You want to talk about lawn care? I've been really into it lately.
Oh, have you been? Oh, I'm not
Probably
very good at
an
it. I just complain and then
Almost
I
an
mow.
unhealthy amount. I won't get into it here.
Well, we used to pay people to come out, but they would mow when it was raining, and it would
Tracks.
drive us crazy, and they were ruining our lawn. And so Brian's like, "No more. We're gonna mow our own yard." And so he's like, "I'm gonna do it," and then he didn't always do it. So then
Yeah.
I would do it sometimes too. So.
I love doing it. I like...
Oh, sorry. Taylor. Poor Taylor and his
I was gonna say
arm, and I'm
anything.
like, I didn't even get Taylor in here.
Poor
Broken
crippled kid.
hand.
He'll be
It's
fine.
fine.
You can't...
Yeah,
coddle him.
He learned real fast not to complain about his fingers because the first time he did that, he pulled 3 hours of yard duty.
It's true. Yeah.
What did you do?
I don't want to talk
Were you
about it.
breaking... Were you going for like a world record board
He
breaking?
he
or something?
saved a bunch of people from a burning
Yeah,
building.
you should see the other guy.
It was a
Yeah.
bus, not a building, and it was nuns and orphans.
Yeah. Oh,
I tripped and fell like an idiot.
okay.
That's about all I'll say.
All right.
I
It happens.
slipped and fell when I was at home. I wasn't doing anything in particular, and I landed right on my knuckle and just broke my.
But he was
my
working
hand.
hard. He was working hard.
I was, yeah.
That's what he gets for taking a day off.
Yeah, I was all excited. I was like, we take holidays off and whatnot, and I decided to work on 4th of July and take a floating holiday. So I wanted to take off, and I decided the week after I was just gonna take the Friday off, and I was all super excited, and I had a whole bunch of errands and chores lined up at home, and which sounds really exciting, right?
No, it's... I hear
That's what everybody does on their day
That's
off.
what I do.
It's adulthood for you
Yeah.
right there.
Hashtag
When you're
adulting.
yeah, when you get this age, you get excited about like the tiny little things. Oh, we got a new insert into our sink, so like to our sink protector
Yeah.
when we wash our dishes. I'm so excited. It's like just
Don't get me started on like my hue lights. Ugh.
I mean-
I get so excited about the fact that I can turn my lights on with my phone and change the color.
yes.
Yeah, and the volume to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you did just tell us like you have a new love obsession with lawn care. So
Yeah. Well, I'm going to combine. I want to they have outdoor lights. I want to put the lights out in the yard on the trees. And
is that what you needed your new dad shoes for?
Well, no, the others are worn out.
You gotta use old shoes for mowing. You can't use new shoes.
I go flip
There's a
flops.
picture out there I have to show y'all, and it has them all lined up from like your good shoes, your good dad shoes, and all the way down to your lawn mowing shoes.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
exactly.
they change colors as they go down.
It goes, everyday shoes, workout shoes, and then running shoes, and then lawn shoes,
Which are like a little green and a little
and then river shoes.
Yeah, like mine go.
You have
My
river
work.
shoes.
My work.
Crocs.
They're way down. Like I have my nice shoes. Of course, my nice shoes are usually Sperry's, super comfortable. But then I have like my brewery shoes and then the lawn shoes. Like I had my old brewery shoes, and now graduated to lawn shoes because my old lawn shoes finally gave out.
Yeah.
I think y'all have more shoes than I do. I think I do. I do
Probably.
flip flops and running shoes. Like
Well, we go through like a pair of shoes every 3 months here.
Yeah,
that's true.
I have yet to find a good pair of shoes that can withstand a brewery. Between all the wort, the beer, the chemicals, just the feet, like they come apart, man.
There's an unmet need there.
You
There
really,
really is.
Somebody
Yeah.
could jump on there.
you really need like tall rubber boots, and if it's not that, then nothing else survives.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Like, I mean, you want
But
comfortable, not comfortable, durable. Like this, no one's quite found
Somebody
that
needs
happy
to
medium.
come out with something.
I mean, safety is a big deal. So
Do you need steel
know,
toe? You don't need steel toe.
Well, you get composite will work
we
good.
don't really need steel toe with the work that we do, but packaging guys definitely do. It's a lot of kegs get thrown around, and you smash your toe pretty easily with
Maybe like
280-pound keg.
pump, like the Reebok pump plus
There
steel
you go.
toes.
Yeah.
Plus some sort of cushioning like gel insert.
If someone can make like a composite toe rubber boot, but not like the worst thing in the world to wear when it's 102 degrees out.
So you need to be protected from hot liquid, right?
Yeah,
You can
and
splash
chemicals,
on.
yeah.
Right. So
Well-
you can't have like
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's stories like hot wart falling in somebody's boot.
oh
Did
right.
not turn out well for
So you
them.
don't want it to get in the. So you got to keep it.
it's kind of it's weird.
So thigh highs for sure, right?
You think about it though, it's kind of it's a standard safety practice to wear like tall rubber boots and put your pants over the outside of the boot so nothing gets inside the boot.
Yeah.
Which is great in breweries that are not in Houston and air conditioned.
Right.
But
So all mesh pants,
yes, there you go. That was
chaps maybe.
chaps, assless. So you get
visual.
nice breeze.
Aren't all chaps assless?
That's a really good
It's-
question.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of
We need to Google
redundancy
that.
to say assless chaps.
But it sounds so much more fun to say. It
no,
that
yeah,
way.
no, it makes sense. Like you're not wearing
Satisfying.
anything underneath the chaps, which is cool.
I guess that's what it's implying.
That's what
it's a whole new show.
Yeah,
the only
we
way to
somehow started talking about lawn care, dad shoes, and hobos, and assless chaps.
Yeah.
Is this a beer show?
I know we've talked about all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
we're drinking beer while doing the show.
So it is a beer show.
Yeah.
I don't like to
it
be
makes for
hemmed
better
in,
conversation.
But back to the footwear, though. I feel like we can. Somebody out there's crafting, like they're listening to this and they're like making a list.
Please do.
Yeah, and
So we got to
Market it to the brewers.
guard from hot liquid on the foot, but
Oh,
also
yeah.
you don't want to get it dumped in the top.
That's
Well,
right. Yeah.
So maybe like mesh waders, but from a I don't know.
So for you,
like Crocs.
for y'all out there already designing them, look, here's the problem I had. I found some shoes. Taylor had some too, and we both had the same problem. They were waterproof.
Waterproof, right.
You know, so that's great. They held up for 2 months, and then the problem was it was rubber between the rubber. Well,
It's kind of
the
like
sole-
aqua socks,
the
like
sole,
aqua shoes.
like the sole, and then the shoe part where your foot goes started separating. I'm about to have to go like gorilla glue them together. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll work.
Maybe.
But it started coming apart. Like I went to go kick my shoes off, and I just heard rip. I was like, "Come on, man! It's like $120 shoes. Don't fall apart on me in like 3 months."
Now your toe came through, and you look up, and the Katy hobo's like, and he points at his toes are sticking out the bottom. of his
That's what I do. I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna toss them off to the hobo panhandler here in
The
Katy.
Katy
Say,
hobo.
here, man, just improve your outfit, man. Nobody believes this. You need some better hobo shoes.
I wonder what his name is.
I was gonna say, I like how he like just singled one guy out, the Katy hobo guy,
Well,
the one guy.
all that wisdom. He's the one. He's who you go to, and then in season 5 he'll tragically
Season 5.
he'll tragically pass away,
Got
and we'll all realize how rich our life was because of
Old Blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Katy
it's
hobo.
all about the sign. Like I saw this one, the best one ever. It's all about honesty. The one is like, why lie? I need a beer.
Yeah.
Hey, I work at a brewery. Here's a 6-pack. I was gonna take it home, but you take it.
I mean, if they'd just be honest and say they want beer, I could just give
Of course,
them
there was a
beer.
guy
I
that
don't
said
know.
that his whole family was killed by ninjas, so he needs money for karate lessons to get back at them. So that was, I don't know if
It's
that
a
was
worthwhile investment.
Yeah, it's like
I'll throw money that way for sure. What Jennifer, what's your criteria for giving money to hobos? What
I'm the person that, like Logan will tell you, that he has to show me how to say no. So I say yes to everything. Yeah. Don't tell anybody that. But if anybody comes and asks me for anything, money, beer,
we've
Taylor's
worked on
like,
that.
no isn't a perfectly good.
You split the difference. Let me get back to you on that.
Yeah.
I'm just not very good at
check
saying
with Logan.
no.
Not sure
Let me check
about it
with
right
Brian.
now. I'll think about it.
Let me check my schedule. I'm just like Jennifer. My wife had to work with me on this, where she's like, just say no. So it just developed. Let me get back. Let me check with my wife. Let me check my schedule.
Well, see, I don't even do that. I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm always like, my wife is. Yeah, I'm like, let me check with my wife, and that's. I can't say I'm horrible at saying I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
Like somebody come, look, we're clean. Look how much I'm cleaning. Let's see this spot right here on your. Oh, that's great. Let's get some of that.
Well, see, we get hit up for beer, for donations and baskets and stuff, and so a lot of that goes through me. I think Logan took it over the beer part on purpose because I was like, he's like, Jennifer, do you know how much beer you gave away last year? I was like, oh crap,
all of it. You gave away all of the beer.
We're out of El Jefe.
We're all sitting in this office when we brought her in. Jennifer, we have a seat. We need to talk to you.
We're having intervention. Practice saying no.
No. It's funny. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, I won't tell you that I needed some beer.
I was going to give you all this beer here. That's why it's in here.
Oops, I had one. Sorry.
That's cool. Enjoy.
We drank out your squeeze and twist. Sorry.
I would. I love this beer.
Thank you.
No, seriously. Like, sometimes people I accuse myself of being too positive on beer. I feel like I need to get a little more surly and be like, they could have done this better. It's not really in me. But I can tell you, like, truly, when I really, really enjoy a beer, and not everybody's going to enjoy what I enjoy. So, take it with a grain of salt. But this is good. This is a craveable beer. This is, if you're a beer lover, you're going to end up like, if you love IPAs.
Man, I was so excited to launch this beer too, because I thought it was just going to be just gangbusters. People were going to be knocking down the door for it. And
well, there's so many IPAs. I mean, when we submit beers to beer competitions, there's like freaking 450 entries, versus 100 and something in another category.
That's kind of another thing when you talk about sales and stuff. I'm not sales and marketing, just FYI, but I'm an average consumer. I still like to go to the grocery store, the liquor store, just go look at craft beer. And, you talk about like our strawberry blonde, we don't sell that in the stores. And you talk about, making money on it. And I'm almost kind of glad we don't, because I look and there's like 5 different strawberry beers on the shelves. Yeah. So it's just the same thing with IPAs, except there's, 10, 20 IPAs out there. You have your West Coast, you have your East Coast, you have no coast, you just Imperial, it's such a wide thing. And so that's it's very tough to stand out in IPAs today just because there's so many.
Well, yeah. And they almost need their own, like there's ales and lagers, but it almost needs to be like ales, lagers, and IPAs.
Right.
It's like
its own subcategory and subcategory within subcategory.
I mean, just so last week we celebrated National IPA Day.
That's true.
That's
Very
right.
true. I mean,
cheers to that.
We had some fresh sit inside haze on too.
Phenomenal, sit inside haze and hop solo, lemon drop.
I feel like there's other styles that need their own days, though. I feel like IPA does. It's good to celebrate it.
I think they have a stout day.
Yeah, it's November.
I've seen an IPA month.
National Stout Day.
Stout Day's in November.
Yeah.
17th, I think. It's on a Thursday. I looked it up yesterday. But there needs to be why not National Brown Ale Day?
I mean, because nobody likes the name brown ale.
And
that's why it needs a day.
That's not a
maybe.
And Amber's too, like our Ridgeback.
Such a good beer.
It's a great beer, but that category. It's not a big.
It's so weird. That beer is so. I mean, the Ridgeback itself is very well done for the style itself, but it's such a good beer. It's just so well rounded. It's an easy drinking beer.
It's really grown on me too, especially moving over to the brewing side with it and seeing and handling the grain that goes in there. It's got a little bit of
touch of chocolate
in there, just to add to that sweetness. It's a nice sweet amber,
but it's just a category. It's just I think an underutilized category.
I would argue a lot of people would say IPA, but then again, what type of IPA? Amber may be the best burger beer. paired
Yes.
with
Yeah,
burger beer.
definitely.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Okay,
it goes
good.
really well with the caramelization on a burger
Yes.
because it's got those sweet caramel notes in the
And
beer
I
itself.
think as many burgers as we eat as American, I personally eat a burger like twice a day. Breakfast.
That's
and
it?
second- and
That's, yeah. it's-
You know what it's also
Lightweight.
good with is crawfish.
Mm.
I don't know why. Maybe it's the sweetness,
I think
and then you're
it's the
doing
sweetness.
crawfish, and it's kind of well, it depends on how hot you
Depends
like
on
your
the
crawfish because
crawfish.
I like it like
So follow
burning
me
my
on
mouth
this.
off.
You got burgers and you have hot dogs, and so some of the our bar staff likes to do when we have like Don Jalapeno on. They like to cut Don Jalapeno and Ridgeback half and half. Call it a hot dog.
very popular.
Doesn't
Yeah.
taste like hot dogs though.
They call
is a
it
good
they
thing.
call it a
It's a little
hot dog.
misleading.
Okay, it's
That
all,
would be a
that's
little
all.
bit weird. If
Hot
it
dog
tasted like
water.
hot dog.
That's the next crazy
Ew.
beer.
That
Maybe
makes me wanna
garnish
throw up
it.
in my mouth.
Garnish
Oh,
it
yeah.
with a hot dog. Just dink right there.
It's like that's going to be the new hipster craze.
We're just-
instead of
right there
instead
on
of
your-
Bloody Marys with like a hamburger and a 10-ounce steak inside.
yeah.
It's just going to be beer with a whole hot dog in it.
I'm already.
Like dunk it down in there?
Yeah.
Like Kobayashi style?
The whole
God.
thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So
like
grossing me
it's
out
like
right now.
randling it through. What happened to
Yeah.
randling?
We have
That was
Randall.
weird. It was like really big.
Last
'cause
time we busted one out was what, the anniversary party?
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's a pain in the neck
Sure.
because
Cleanliness.
and you're trying to find the good ice, so you got to go to Sonic and get the good ice for it. Well, because that's the only ice that works in the Randall, really. And we would pre-cut everything. We did this for several beer festivals and anniversaries, but then some of the stuff would get stuck in there, or you wouldn't get the amount of flavor that you thought you were going to get. Some of them turned out really good. Believe it or not, the Sour Patch Kid that we did at Wild West Beer Fest a few years ago, we had a huge line for that, and it was really good. But it just made it taste like a sour.
Yeah.
So
It's Randalls are weird. You're not really going to get a lot of flavor for a long period of time from whatever you put in there. You're going to exhaust. There's some things that work well, like tea bags, mostly because they carry all the way through the whole keg. But I mean, you got people who want to put fruit in it, and once you get
What about like
3 or 4 pulls.
scorpion peppers or
Yeah, there
ghost
you go.
peppers?
oh, there you go.
There you
Your
go.
face is on
I
fire.
dare you to
No.
eat this.
California Reapers
Nope.
melt your face.
I'm too white boy, man. Don't bring that hotness to me. I'll do just fine with my
Aren't you
jalapenos, and that's
South
a bit
Texan?
much.
Aren't you South Texan?
Yeah, but
They'd be ashamed of you.
dude, I'm not Cajun like John is.
Did y'all hear about the time where I don't know who sent me to go get peppers for Don Jalapeno one year, and I wouldn't pay attention. I got the Serrano peppers, and I came back and Brian was like,
This
"This is not going to work, Jennifer." What? I was like, "Oh, I didn't even notice which ones I got. I just picked some out."
Not spicy enough.
Serranos are not as spicy as jalapeno?
No, Serranos are like a Italian pepper.
Okay.
Very
and
mild.
They're very mild. They're
They're
I
skinnier.
should have known that,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Oh.
It's all right.
Now I know.
Jalapenos have range, though. They have a lot of range.
they do. They do.
And sometimes you'll be like, oh, that just has a good flavor. And then someone's like, holy,
That's why when we did some
this is
of our
gonna be an
batches,
issue
some
like
of the
3
batches
hours
were
later.
spicier than others. 'Cause
Yeah, that's really hard when you work with peppers. Just speaking of, brewing with peppers, we just did Don Jalapeno.
Well, do we
this
still have
past-
that on tap?
I don't know.
I think we do.
I think so.
Okay,
think we
because
still
I
have
don't
some
want
of
to. I don't want to have to talk it up too much. We have to brew it again. But shout out to the guys at Blood Brothers
Oh yeah,
for
Yeah.
roasting those peppers.
because
For
They did
that's
such
the
a
hard.
great
That's
job.
really hard work.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
The hat, the
Blood Brothers barbecue.
Yeah, because
Had Don Jalapeno.
oh, the roast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a very small batch, revived the old Don Jalapeno, and dusted off the recipe. And the guys at Blood Brothers did the roast for the jalapenos for us. Turned out fantastic.
That's the
So
that's
good.
the hardest part is roasting those peppers, cutting them and stuff. And so they did most of the work on that. So shout out to them for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. it's
Have you
great.
ever considered adding like, or maybe like back to the randling thing, like ghost peppers to Nightmare on First Street?
No, never.
You know what's really
That's
good?
interesting though.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
That sounds interesting though.
I mean, it has
Kind
the
of
word ghost in it first, but second.
Well, so
It's
what
a-
you
with
got
the
to
spice and the
do
heat.
yeah.
is sour nightmare.
Sour Nightmares.
Well,
Yeah.
sour nightmare is delicious.
We-
That's one of my favorites.
We've got a barrel or two. We're waiting to keg it up for a special
Still got
release.
'em.
But
How
Oh
did you-
yeah.
Go on.
So like I don't know, like 5 years ago, we put Nightmare in some bourbon barrels, and
Has it been? First of all, has it been 5 years?
oh gosh,
Yeah,
I mean it's
since
been
we first did it. Yeah.
Really?
yeah, those barrels
That's-
are really old.
That's when I know I'm getting old. It's like, oh, it's 5. I thought that was like 3 weeks ago. Like
I mean-
seriously, it's like Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
Go
we're
on.
coming up on our 9th anniversary, so like, yeah,
That's really.
yeah, dude.
Yep. This
Yeah,
December.
well,
Yeah.
but once you're past the Ocho, it's all downhill from there.
I mean, okay.
That's what they said about 35.
But yeah,
yeah.
we've had some Sour Nightmare before. We've got another one that is really, really good. But that's what's funny about the barrel program. There's a general rule of when you want to take them out, about 180 days or maybe 6 months. But sometimes you just let them ride. Sometimes you get just some god awful beers. But sometimes it's like Bob Ross, a happy
Sour
accident.
Nightmare was a happy accident.
Yeah, it's
I
total Bob Ross.
I have to do a shameless plug.
Please do.
Our 9th anniversary is going to be on November 30th. We're going to do it a little earlier.
No, not December this year.
Every year it's really hard because we are technically our anniversary that we like to celebrate is on the 22nd of December because that was the first keg that we sold to the public house in Katy.
Is that Ridgeback?
It was Ridgeback, yes. And anyway, so we try to do it like the second or so week of December, but it's hard because everybody's got Christmas parties.
Jennifer's birthday.
My birthday, and I can't.
Fills up a month back.
The truth comes out. She doesn't want it around her birthday.
Yes, that is exactly.
being
And I'm the
my
one that
birthday.
plans it. So
It's
I'm
her
like-
birthday month, so she's pushed it an entire month back.
Well, and we figured it's after Thanksgiving, but everybody might still be in town. You might want to
Still have their
you're sick of
in-laws,
your
need a beer.
exactly, or you're getting away from your in-laws.
Well, no, that's the
or
thing. Like that's when
or your
that's,
parents.
That's a peak in alcohol sales because people are tired of their in-laws.
Well,
I
and
love
you're
my in-laws, by
tired
the way.
of
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I do too. But you're stuck in a house with a bunch of people,
Yeah.
and we are super busy on holiday weekends because everybody's looking for something else to
Need
do.
to stretch out. Just need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what.
Bring the in-laws on down to No Label
Yes.
for Thanksgiving, and then go back home and have a good old-fashioned family fight. Let everybody know how you really feel.
After a few.
I think no matter what day you schedule it on, it's gonna rain.
There's never.
Well, if I show up, that's when it rains.
As long as
So
you
what is
show
it?
up, it's gonna
Anniversary
rain.
date? What are we doing?
November 30th, and we're thinking it's going to be kind of like an all-day affair. So we'll have live music, we'll have tons of
I
food.
can't believe it's 9 years.
I know, isn't that
Right?
crazy?
It's crazy.
I was trying to remember when we moved into the new place, but I was pregnant with our first, so that has to been almost 7 years ago
Yeah.
when we moved in here.
Really?
Yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were at the MKT
Yeah.
distillery place for. It wasn't MKT, but good luck with that place. No, I'm just kidding. Have fun, Nick.
When you drive by your old house, it's like, hey, good luck with that.
Peace out.
Joy. A lot of happy
it's
memories.
great. It's great. It's perfect.
Good luck on that new AC you're going to need.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's 8,000.
It was a cool building. It was just so much work.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't hold a lot of people either. So
No. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool.
Yeah.
it was cool. It still is. They've done a great job over there in KT.
Awesome
and
job. Yeah.
Really cool ambiance, but it suits more of that kind of style and
Well, the footprint on a distillery is a little smaller than a brew house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I mean. It kind of fits them a little more, and they've got less room for production and more room for just people hanging out.
Yeah, they did a cool thing in the back. So like
Yeah,
we didn't
it's
even think
really
about
great.
doing that, but they had like added lights and stuff and made it look like more of a hangout towards the back when we used it the other side.
That's a
So
kick in the pants when somebody like takes your old house and does it better than you did it, and you're like, come on, man.
I'm still happy to be over here though.
Yeah.
We have a lot more room.
But they're in their little party. Well, I know, like we had an old house, and like it went up for sale again, and we're like, oh, look what they.
Yeah. Oh,
How come we never thought of that? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's
true.
way up there. Okay. Well, I know y'all needed to get back to work or something.
Yeah.
We don't
Maybe,
really. We
I
just
mean.
hang
Yeah,
around
you
and
get
drink
a-
all day.
You got some squeeze and twist. You get some Brewmosa, and you
got
forget
some,
about work.
some
We got
cookies.
cookies
Cookies
there.
and leftover birthday cookies.
Yep.
I mean, the
Yep.
rapture could happen. We're good.
Yeah, no. Well, if the rapture happens, like we got the whole rest of the week off. It's only Monday. Yes. Would you have well, here's a morbid question. Speaking of the rapture, so if you don't get taken in the rapture, Jennifer, are you going to do like specials because you're going to have a lot of? I mean, what are you going to do? Like, there's going to be beer here. I'm assuming some of your staff will get taken, and some I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'll be here.
Do you have a contingency plan in place in case of
The
the
rapture.
rapture?
For sure.
Yeah, we have
Somewhere.
our insurance company required it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Man, they're forward
The
thinking.
Rapture plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
more
it's only
expensive, but it's
69
worth it.
cents a month or something, like 99 or
It's a steal of a
60.
deal.
Oh, it was $6.66 a month. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Jokes on us that everybody.
I'm not making any more jokes. Good luck. I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to smile.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's the first time we've gone that deep on Rapture.
No, it was very deep.
Man, I feel sorry for the people tuning into this one, man. God,
Are you kidding?
yard mowing, Rapture,
Range.
Hobos.
hobos.
I mean, like the beers on the table. Range.
Range.
That's true.
Yeah, we don't
That's
have
what we were going
We don't have
for.
1980 on there.
No, we don't.
It wasn't.
Cool.
We didn't have any in the cooler.
It
I
sells
would have
that fast.
grabbed it. Yeah, we
It's
were
that
actually
popular.
out of it for take home right
I
now.
just can't get enough of
1980
it.
Kolsch.
Yeah. Fantastic beer.
Yep.
It's good Kolsch.
Yeah.
I wish we could market it like it was a Bush commercial where it's like during the Super Bowl. He's out in the mountains. This mountainous man, he cracks open the can. It goes Bush. Yeah. I want to do that with Kolsch.
You could do that.
Get right on it, man.
Yeah.
I just did it.
We're not
Can you-
stopping.
Can you send that soundbite over to us?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
1980 Kolsch.
Yeah, y'all can do with this podcast whatever you'd like whenever it hits.
All rights,
Cut it up.
rights and reserved, whatever.
No, none of that. I don't have
The
copyrights.
fast person talking at the beginning or the end real fast.
Yes.
The
It's
fine print,
so
but fast.
You can't understand what's going on. Okay, so we'll wrap here, but Oktoberfest coming up
Yes.
soon, September 13th,
Right.
which is just right around the corner.
And Vegan Fest that I didn't talk about, September 7th. We're going to do a huge Vegans Fest.
Would it be
It's
a faux pas to say, hey, meet me at Vegan Fest?
No, I encourage.
Or is that just too cheesy? You can't do that one either.
I approve. I approve.
I don't mean to egg you on. I can't do that either. Sorry.
well, I mean, not. I know we don't have a lot of time, but there is a ton. That's a huge market right now.
Really?
A huge market. Y'all will be shocked at the amount of people. When we used to have a vegan truck that come out here, they did so well that they opened their own brick and mortar place.
Really?
People were coming out here just for the vegan truck.
Really?
They were bringing in a lot of people.
People know there's no meat there, right?
Yeah, it's a huge community.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Well, and some of the stuff looks pretty
Mr.
cool.
Two
so
burgers
we're-
a day. Good for
Listen,
them.
I'm happy for them. I
Well, we're gonna have somebody doing live drawing. Like she's gonna be drawing a really cool canvas picture during the whole festival.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have live music and stuff. It's gonna be really cool.
like using soy crayons.
Stop.
Hey, we
like,
we love vegans, man. Our
Well, old
beer
school
is
crayons
vegan.
were made with
Yeah.
like horse hooves or something. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
except for a couple of beers, we do add lactose to a couple of beers.
Yeah.
But in that
So-
day, we'll have only vegan beers on tap.
But yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll drink a vegan beer all day.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I mean,
this is vegan.
these are all vegan.
Yeah,
Right here.
and like I practice what I preach.
There you
there
go.
you go.
I mean, I don't have to randle it through a steak to enjoy it.
That's the
Ran-
next Randall.
We should try that.
Hot dogs
Sounds
and
awful.
steaks and Randalls.
I
Yeah,
love steak though.
that bother you. Like if that were garnished with a steak, that wouldn't bother you like a hot dog. Like just a hot dog, but a steak laid on top. That'd be
I mean,
fine.
I could.
Just
I
laid
would-
on
I would
top?
totally eat a steak. if
Or
it
just
was
crammed in the glass.
Okay, real quick. Favorite cut of steak.
a fillet.
Okay, that's
Mignon.
incorrect, but okay, go ahead.
T-bone, you get the best of both worlds with the nice fillet and the nice strip.
I also like mine well done, like
Yeah.
burnt to a crisp. I like the
not
taste.
wrong
of
Well
burnt.
done.
All right,
What's
I'm
wrong with
gonna
you?
mute you.
Ribeye.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Getting
you.
kicked out.
Ribeye.
Your mic privileges have been
Bone in
revoked.
ribeye, even.
No, I don't need the bone in.
Don't
just-
have to, but
I love that marbling.
yes. All that fat.
Yes.
Yes.
Medium.
Medium rare.
You like it
I'm
milling?
working my way down, dude. When I was little,
I don't think you can
I'd
do a
cook-
ribeye medium rare. It needs to be medium. You gotta be able to render that fat down.
Super high iron skillet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Butter. Throw some butter
yes,
and
butter,
thyme and
butter.
rosemary.
Little rosemary.
Little garlic. Rub a little
Yeah.
garlic.
We can agree on
garlic.
that. I like
Yeah.
the butter on.
Just some smashed garlic in the cast iron. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
It's funny.
Even like
Understand.
butter flavored garlic, like
How did we
the
go from vegan fest?
Ga-
I'm trying
garlic.
to plug
Oh,
the
sorry, vegan fest. We're
Speaking of which, similar,
earmuffs.
try using ghee instead of butter. If you haven't used ghee instead of
Yeah.
butter for doing that,
I use the Kerry Gold.
So good.
I use the grass fed butter.
get the grass fed ghee because it's the clarified butter. It'll change your world.
Sometimes I wear a ghee because I'm a steak cooking ninja.
Wrong ghee. Wrong ghee.
You're talking GHEE. Is that ghee?
GHEE.
Yeah.
And then not the GI
not the
for
GI.
the D. Yeah.
I'm going to ninja that. Okay. Sorry. What were we talking? Oh, yeah. Vegan Fest.
Vegan.
Okay,
Not
so
definitely
vegan-
not
Meet-
steaks.
Meet you at Vegan Fest.
September 7th. And then,
September 7th.
anniversary party is November
Oktoberfest is-
November 30th.
November 30th.
And then
9 years.
Oktoberfest is September 13th.
13th.
Those are the big dates that are coming up for us.
Okay.
So,
And all the beers.
yes. And all the beers coming out. And we have a new website that's about to launch.
Really?
Yeah.
Same place, though, right?
Yes. Yeah. We've had to redirect to nolabelbeer.com for a little bit, but it'll be at nolabelbrew.com and it's almost ready. So
Okay.
new and improved.
Let me know when that launches.
I will.
And I'll send out links
Cool.
to my vast followers.
Cool. Shout out to Tom, who's working on that for us right now.
Tom
Painter.
Tom Painter, yeah. Okay.
Everybody knows Tom Painter.
Yeah, everybody knows Tom.
He's
Tom.
right there.
He's great. He's great. So is Oktoberfest in stores?
Soon.
Soon.
Yes.
Like within the next, like when people are hearing this, that
We
might.
literally just put it on the truck this morning.
So to go check your local.
It's probably going to take a couple of weeks, though. Maybe.
HEB or whatever.
Yeah.
Call
It's
it.
up
it'll take 'em a
it's
bit.
in a distributor's hands now, so go talk to them.
Go get to know the beer person at your grocery store.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
Very important.
Yeah,
Because if
David-
there's something that you want to see in the store, they do take, if you suggest a beer, sometimes they'll
Makes
they'll
their
call
job
us.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David at the HEB Fairfield Market. Up
There you go.
in Fairfield.
Hey,
He's-
that's
We
where I
love
shop.
HEB.
Do you?
Yeah, I know David.
We should totally carpool.
Okay, I'm a Sunday
HEB.
shopper though.
So yeah, we are too. You know what? You know what gets me on Sundays though? Go to church, then run, and you go to early service, and you run over to the grocery store, and there's like 7 people in line, and like that first person with whatever alcoholic beverage they get. Sorry, we can't do this till
Dude,
noon.
that happened to me one time. It was so embarrassing. It was 11:30, and I had a 6-pack. I'm like, why are you waiting for
Why do I
30
feel
minutes?
bad?
Yeah. No, we do that. It happens. Like I remember we did it once, and there was 3 people behind us, and you could see everybody just heads drop, just like
Dude, you want the best time to go shop? 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Nothing but dads.
yeah.
That's when Brian goes shopping.
I was amazed. I
there you
went
go.
one time. It's like, where are all the ladies? There's nothing but dudes here. Like it was the funniest thing. 8 a.m. Saturday morning. That is when all the dads shop at HEB. It's
Yep.
hilarious.
Do you have your dad shoes on? Grass stains and all.
No, I don't wear those in public, man. I have standards.
Your white
I
Spalding.
had to throw away a
Sperry's.
shirt the other day.
Sperry's.
I had like a
See-through.
yard shirt, and at the end of it, I was like, "Whoa, what does that smell?" And I kept turning around trying to figure it out. It was just me. It was the shirt. I wore it like 2 summers in a row.
It's all that dedication to the
Smells
yard.
like really bad puns.
Bad puns, but great
Dad
lines
puns.
in my yard. Great lines.
But
Ooh.
great.
I go diagonal. I don't.
Oh,
know
I do
about
too.
that.
I switch it up.
Yeah.
See, that's
Oh,
the thing.
do you?
Well, no, that's
I have
it.
a
That's
path.
it.
I have a
supposed to.
path.
You're supposed no.
Yeah,
oh,
switch it up.
oh, Jennifer.
Oh, sorry.
Jennifer.
I just got shamed. All of y'all
Yeah,
just
no.
looked at
So
me.
here's the thing. That's what I don't like about like the guys coming to mow in the yard.
They do.
They
this.
want to get it done.
Yeah.
So they're gonna mow it the same way every time. Those wheels put ruts in your grass.
Yeah.
So I need to switch it up and go a
Yeah.
different direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like go all the way around, go back and forth, go diagonal. change
Go
it up.
Argyle, like in Diamonds.
Really?
Just Ray Charles it, put a blindfold on. Whatever happens, happens.
Mowing my next door neighbor's lawn.
Right name, like people's names into your yard. You need like cursive and whatever.
I don't know
Brian,
if I can do cursive
get out here and
anymore.
do this.
I can't even do that with a pencil.
Yeah,
Right.
me neither. All right. I think that's probably that's some wisdom to jump out on.
Let's yeah.
Let's do
And I'm
that.
glad you didn't come over and mow my yard. I saw you post the other day. It's like, it'd be great if you came over and mow mine. I got some great No Label beer in the fridge I'll give you.
I mess up your yard.
Apparently you would have. Thank goodness you didn't.
Hey, our
Well-
yard looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, guys, great job on the first time on, but not your last time on InterBrews.
Yeah. That was,
Oh, I
we
enjoyed
were
it.
awesome.
You were great.
We were fantastic.
It's by far the best episode of this podcast you've ever done.
Is this
True.
the first one?
First one y'all done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like in a really long time.
Because it's
First time for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have-
it's been-
yeah.
it's been my best
Jennifer's
show.
been on like 7 or 8 times.
I have
Oh.
been on. I'm pretty
a
elusive. I'm hard to get a hold
Yeah.
Have y'all been on other
they're, They're
podcasts?
very
Oh, yeah.
important.
No,
very
just so
important
you know, you popped my cherry.
Whoa. Well,
My radio cherry. Radio cherry.
or yeah. Well,
people.
that's
Taylor's been on a couple.
That's enough to go out on. Yeah, I've been on a couple. But,
Yeah.
were they as good? Just tell
Oh
me.
no, this one was by far the best. I was amazing, but I was also amazing on the previous ones.
Yeah.
But these
and
two
his
are
hair
fantastic.
looks fantastic.
You can't see it because radio, but it's glorious.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
Taylor can't do
Beautiful
radio.
lion's mane.
I've got a.
He's
They,
a- he's
they
a
say I have a
TV.
face for radio. I take that as a compliment, though.
Yeah.
But whatever.
You should.
It's all in this region,
Yeah.
and you're killing it. Killing it. Jennifer.
It's that gravelly, throaty voice you
Yeah,
get.
all those cigarettes that I don't smoke but I did.
Your morning voice.
Great job today. Jennifer, you brought it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Top 5
Top 5
of this podcast
Wow.
forever.
Fantastic.
I don't know. No, I don't know how many episodes you've done. It's
Yeah.
been a few.
Yeah.
Not enough.
I know.
I could come out every other week.
Yeah.
It'd
Come
be
out
fun.
every other week.
Really?
Come hang out.
He's here again.
Don't tell James Simpson.
Seriously. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up yet.
Right? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
That's why we changed the code on the door so he can't get in.
So he doesn't know the
Yeah.
code.
No, yeah, he'll show anywhere. Mike, like seriously, he's got like a sixth sense. He'll show up.
Yeah.
But enough about his show, which you have to listen to on the radio. Meh. No, James Simpson, love you, buddy.
Yeah,
we all do.
We do.
We all do.
Listen to What's on Tap Radio when you're not listening to InterBrews or Liquid Lunch. Anyway, okay. All right. Well, we'll wrap there. So everybody, No Label Brewing in Katy, Texas. You know them. You love them. If you've never been here, shame on you. Get here right away. Tap room open 7
days
a week, waiting for you. If you have that hoppy craving, Squeeze and Twist is waiting for you. Oktoberfest goes great with so much food. Great with barbecue. Great with good times and great conversation. And it wills the fall to show up in Houston.
That's the hope.
We hope. El Jefe, now in little adorable kegs. Adorable kegs waiting to come home with you.
They're so cute.
They really are. Come get one. Ridgeback and El Jefe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now. Soon to be other beers. Check out social. Check out that brand new website coming soon, and keep up with what's literally on tap.
Yeah.
What's up, James? This is what's on tap. What's in the keg at No Label. All right. So, for everybody, for No Label Brewing Company, for Jennifer and Eric and Taylor, guys, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I'm
Pleasure.
Josh. Well, wait, go on.
I said it was a pleasure.
Oh,
It was.
pleasure's all on this side of the table. All right. And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We'll see you next time. This is InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
Good job, Eric.
Okay, again, I'll do some shameless self-promotion. Don't forget, if you got this far, patreon.com/InterBrews. Support the show as little as $1 a show to keep it rolling. I mean, where else are you going to get such great, meaty vegan talk? So, anyway, any gift, and you can do it anonymously if we are your guilty pleasure. So, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye now. Ah, damn it, I turned it down. I'll turn it back up.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.